Hi there and welcome back to Valley por Vida. We're still super excited to be talking all about virtual reality because it's just so much fun. And I'm glad you stuck with us because before the break we went ahead and asked you to let us know which of our trivia time statements was false. I hope you thought about it because, well, the answer is B, the second bullet. Virtual reality replaces real life. Now, while I can see how there is some logic to that idea, it's just not true. It is a fact that our bodies do get a sense of excitement that results in physical responses like the hair on your arm standing up and our hearts pumping blood faster through our bodies, but virtual reality does not completely replace real life. It's just fun to do, which is why it's so popular. As long as you follow all the rules and procedures, tactical laser tag and VR is not only fun but safe. That's not always the case with things that we do that are fun or make us feel better though. Sometimes we're so excited about something that we just jump right in, but you can't do that with everything in life. Take cosmetic surgery, for example. If you're thinking about getting anything done, it's important that, same as like a game of tag, we follow rules and procedures to keep us safe. Otherwise, we could end up, like they say, botched. So we went ahead and spoke with a medical professional from the Valley to learn all about how to avoid getting botched in today's Health Check segment.
Well, I think there's this misconception, I think, that people just assume that cosmetic surgery is easy. You know, a lot of people go get their hair done, they get their nails done, and they think, well, that's time for me to get a little bit of lipo or a little nip and a little tuck, and they think it's that easy. And because of that, they make the mistake and they go to the cheapest place. A lot of them go to Mexico. And unfortunately, cosmetic surgery is real surgery. And I can tell you from experience, my father, who was a cardiac surgeon, is scared to death when he sees us doing our liposuction and tummy tucks because of how big these surgeries are. And you know, sadly, people don't take that into account and they subject themselves to really dangerous conditions. Poorly trained surgeons, people who don't use sterile technique, people who don't even have anesthesia supporting them. So then if they live, because there's actually a lot of people who die every month from cosmetic surgery gone bad in Mexico, and if they make it out of the ER and then they come to find me, can you fix me? And it's not just in Mexico, it's here in the US too. You have a lot of poorly trained doctors trying to do these complicated surgeries. So cosmetic surgery is real surgery, and I just want people to really understand that and take their body seriously. Like, your body is not an experiment. You only have one body and you want to treat it right. I mean, I've had patients who've had terrible surgeries done by other people. They've suffered personally, and finally, after years, we can reconstruct them and help them get better. And that's the most important message we want to say, is that your body is not an experiment. One thing I think I really like people to know is don't be afraid to come see us. I think there's this misconception. I hear it from my staff often that they say, oh, he's the expensive one. And when they actually come and get a consult, they realize it's actually not that big a difference in price. The difference is that, oh, there's actually paying for anesthesia to take care of you. That's a big deal. That's a big part of your safety.
Some other tips to keep in mind before making the decision to go for any type of cosmetic surgery or procedure includes doing your research before actually saying yes to anything, as well as looking up the physician and the practice itself. Make sure they're board certified and have a safe and sterile environment, especially with the pandemic. Also, be sure to ask questions. I know it can be a little scary to dive into the unknown, but this is your body and you only get one, so be sure to keep it safe. Lastly, stay local so that it's easier on your body during the recovery period and with the follow-ups and aftercare, and it may be easier to coordinate also when it comes to insurance policies. And like the last bullet said, recovery is first, decisions come second. What that means is let your body heal after a procedure or a surgery rather, and before you make the decision to say that you don't like something and maybe you need something more, let your body heal. Again, you only get one body, so let's go ahead and make sure it's well taken care of. So feel free to visit their team in Edinburgh or to give them a call if you'd like more information. We're really happy to have so many different medical and health professionals in the Valley helping to keep our community safe. Just like teachers and educators working hard to make sure our Valley students have a bright future. Region 1 Education Service, for example, recently announced a new grant that will make it possible to provide expanded services to more students and adult learners throughout South Texas. Now, it's so amazing what they're doing. We thought it'd be great to drop by and learn more. So here's today's Destination education segment.
So we are very pleased to announce that recently we were awarded 3 grants, 2 from the U.S. Department of Education and 1 from the Texas Education Agency. All 3 grants are centered around college and career readiness. We are very fortunate to have this type of funding, as it will impact thousands of students here in the Rio Grande Valley. And when we talk about students, we're not only talking about high school students, we're talking about middle, high school students that are in college, and of course we also think about our adult population, those 19 and over, all centered again around college readiness. With the Region 1 Gear Up Pathways to the Future, we are working with 13 school districts. This is very exciting for us because we are currently in 29 school districts, so therefore we're going to be adding some more now to be able to afford students those opportunities, again, that early advisement, mentoring, college counseling, financial literacy, social emotional learning. We will do job shadowing, college field trips. So again, very excited to have this new cohort of students on board. And not only do we work directly with the students, we work very closely with their families as well, and the educators in the system. But it's also very important that we invest in our teachers. Why? Because when it comes to sustainability of initiatives, there's nothing better than, again, empowering the teachers with the tools that they will need, whether it's, the resources in their classroom or professional development. Because if you think about it, by empowering our teachers, it not only impacts our current cohort, but you're talking about the impact of generations to come. Another grant that we received is the Educational Opportunity Center. That is also a grant with the U.S. Department of Education. That grant is unique in that, yes, it's about college awareness, college readiness, but it helps the 19 and over population. The type of initiatives that we offer are GED completion, career awareness. You have some adults that may have graduated from high school but now want to pursue some type of post-secondary education. So what we do is, again, inform them of the opportunities. We work very closely with South Texas College, Workforce Solutions, among other partners, again, to help the adults out there. So it's interesting because, again, you see it all come full circle. We're working with our little ones as we're preparing them for college, but then we're also now working with adults that are out there in our communities and saying, you know what, I want an opportunity too. For more information on any of our programs, you can contact the Region 1 Office of College and Career Readiness. You can call us at 956-984-6221. We have an entire staff that is equipped to be able to help our community, and we actually have a staff dedicated to each of our programs.
We're so excited about everything they're doing for students in the Rio Grande Valley. And like she said, if you'd like more information, you can definitely visit their center in Edinburgh on this topic, so you can get more info on this topic if you'd like. All right, well, that is all of our time for now. We want to thank you again so much for joining us today. And as always, be sure to tune in again next time because we're going to have a lot more in store for you on Valley Pura Vida. We'll see you then.